Yeah, you know, I've had a few notions as to what I'd like to communicate, but really just gonna try and let go and let the big fella in. Got my fucking riding boots here, so they're all worn out. You know, so 4 or 5 years ago, I there was you know, the announcement that Seth Blatter had fucked up, and they were gonna vote in a new FIFA CEO, and Luis Figo said he might make a fucking run for it, and you know, I can't remember the exact details, but I fucking made a decision to come up here and to see what was happening. That was on my mind anyway, and anyway, I got up here, and there was one lorikeet, king parrot, I think they're called, red and green, you know, and I thought that was a sign. You know, I can't remember exactly which tree it was, but it was one of these ones. I think it was this one just here, you know, where it's got that little lump hanging out of it. But anyway, the king parrot was you know, scratching around looking for a hollow to nest. It was about this time of year, I can't remember, but fucking Facebook will reveal that, as that's where I uploaded it. You know, so just with other things that I fucking delved out of the fucking stratosphere, and you know, I suspect that Portugal is making a run for the 2030 FIFA World Cup. Portugal and Spain, and so is South America. So I think a decision needs to be made, and you know, I guess I'm going to hand that over. Perhaps Mr. Figo has some thoughts on that, but yeah, you know, I guess for me, what I'd like to see happen is you know, or brought to the table is you know, having marijuana decriminalised. I think that would attract a whole host of fucking tourists to Queensland. It'd make life a lot easier for veterans who have that affinity. I don't like the shit myself. It makes me incredibly paranoid. But I'm open to the fact that you know, microdosing with LSD, you know, can help aid people with depression and PTSD. You know, so you know, as you can see, I still indulge in nicotine and caffeine and sugar in the form of Coca-Cola, and you know, it stimulates my mind and my imagination, and perhaps it gets me into fucking trouble, but that's yet to be revealed. You know, so there was an indication this morning that you know, I was being monitored, you know, and perhaps fucking ASIO is working against the Australian Federal Police or whatever. You know, I don't really know, but that's the fucking contest, isn't it? You know, so yeah, oh yeah, well, there's my thongs. You know, perhaps they may be worth something to someone else. But Japanese riding boots, the old Japanese riding boots, they've put some fucking miles in, and they were purchased in Cambodia, you know, I think I'd get shit for them if I tried to sell them. But if someone else come across them and they had a bit of a story behind them, they might sell to someone famous who's looking for a trinket. But there I go again. You know, my imagination running wild with me. You know, they wanted, or I've had some thought broadcast suggest I should leave my fucking hat here too. But you know, that tree may very well be this one. You know, where all those vines have grown up now. You know, so yeah. I don't know how much of a fucking sight you would have got with that bit of a flash, but anyway, feeling pretty good at the moment. Yeah, the hat for Miss Merkel or Anastasia. Deary me. There's a story behind the cap or the beanie as well. You know, me in my prime, seriously fucking deluded, but anyway, they're the fun and games that the establishment get to play and are privy to. You know, so I've sounded off. I got some good news yesterday, and you know, I couldn't sleep last night and shit along those lines. So, you know, not that I was obsessing about it, but I've always associated money with power and influence or control. You know, especially as a kid. You know, if you had money, you could play games, buy lollies and cigarettes. You were the man of the moment. But that fucking compulsion is slowly losing its grip on me. You know, so yeah, I don't know about this fucking decision. It'd be positive in one regard, but I think yeah, this life, this era, how much different is it to previous generations? You can still get up to the same mischievous and devious fucking exploits. And I think I was meant to mention 56 for those with an interest. You know, so there's a little bit of shit falling out of the tree. Bark and stuff. Well, that's right, I'm meant to be looking for a sign. But I've been so fucking self-involved, engrossed in my own fucking self-portrayal, you know, that I haven't really been looking for that. Oh, you see the shoes? There's a pair of shoes up in the tree. The black ones. So now we have shoes. I wonder what that'd be fucking worth. See them up there? And Japanese riding boots here. The drop-off zone. The North Street. And the end of the fucking run. North against South? Or should we pay our dues to the North? Can Rafa get up? You know, so nearly 10 minutes. That's enough. Bad lighting, but hopefully the audio's okay. And I wonder how long it'll take to upload. I still haven't been looking for any signs No bird shit on my car. There's a few in the background. There's a plane flying over. And I've forgotten the number plate of the car that was up here when I pulled up. ZKK. White. But I do remember the one that pulled up out the front this morning when I went out and checked the mail. 889 UAF. Trust British Paints. Sure can. Ciao.